Ben Affleck was caught hanging out with his ex-wife for the holidays, and Ben looked so happy. Sources have said that losing Jennifer Garner is one of the worst things that has ever happened to Ben.
And that was so painful and so disappointing.
Because of his behavior, Jennifer Garner had to kick him to the curb. She is known to be a good woman. J-Lo, on the other hand, heard about this and immediately ran to the curb to scoop him up on the side of the road like a piece of trash. Did he make a mistake? The divorce says yes. And so do a lot of other different sources. Apparently it is one of his biggest regrets. Not only is Jennifer Garner a sweet soul, beautiful, natural, a good mother.
Jen is a superhero mom. She's an amazing mother, and I'm really lucky to have her.
Heart of gold, compassionate, but he also had her and he lost her. How do you recover from that? Can Ben win her back? Yes, she's in another relationship, but it's off and on again. And Ben and her spend so much time together, like on Christmas. They said it was all for the kids, but the way Ben looked at Jennifer said something different. Would she take him back? Honestly, I don't know. She's so smart and beautiful. I truly feel that this woman could have anybody she's ever wanted. But there's no denying that there's love there. They have 4 children together, and when it comes to co-parenting, they do a pretty fabulous job at it. Jennifer Garner came from a really good family, so she wants to spend time with Ben and her kids. She said it's for the benefit of the children, and I believe her. But somehow I'm still rooting for Ben. He made a massive mistake losing a woman as good as Jennifer Garner. And this isn't to put down J-Lo at all, because honestly, I think J-Lo is pretty incredible herself, but Jennifer Garner is just a special type of woman. And I think J-Lo's a special type of woman too, but I just don't think they were compatible. I think it was more based on, you know, lust. Ben and Jennifer were married for 10 years before calling it quits. Jennifer Garner did get into another relationship and she's moved on with John Miller, but like I said before, her relationship with John Miller is on and off. They broke up once in 2020 because John Miller was ready for marriage, but apparently Jennifer Garner was not. The other times they broke up was due to, you guessed it, her ex-husband. She was giving too much attention to him, apparently when he was having issues with J-Lo, and then giving him attention when he went through his divorce. She said she's putting the benefit of her kids first and that she wanted them to be in a good place. Apparently when Ben was with Jennifer Garner, he stepped down on the marriage with their 28-year-old nanny. He also had some issues with drinking too much, and Jennifer Garner helped him with that. When she was asked about the nanny, she spoke in an interview saying, "We had been separated for months before I even heard about the nanny." She said she had nothing to do with the decision to divorce. She was not part of the equation, which I guess means the nanny situation kind of happened because they were already kind of having some type of marital strain. When it comes to them getting back together, I don't know if it would be a smart decision for Jennifer Garner. I think they both love each other, and I hope that if he ends up winning her back, he acts right. When it comes to J-Lo, she posted a 2024 recap, and Ben was nowhere in sight.
Ben Affleck was caught once again going out with his ex-wife, Jennifer Garner. Catching Ben with Jennifer Garner is kind of wild, guys, because he literally just got out of a relationship with Jennifer Lopez, and then even they were caught together after their breakup. So is Ben trying to double dip with the 2 Jennys in his life?
It's an incredible story, but it's not like artificial or cheesy or fake.
We know that his true love apparently was Jennifer Lopez.
Lauren, can you bring him down, please?
But he has children with Jennifer Garner, who may be the one that got away for Ben.
I want to thank you for working on our marriage for 10 Christmases.
His emotions may be all over the place. He has 2 women in his life, one he's getting divorced from, one he's already divorced. And this is just all wild. So Ben, we know he lives a pretty interesting life, both personally and professionally. From his acting career to his highly publicized relationships, he has always found himself in the spotlight. Like, he literally cannot escape it, even if he tried. Recently, Ben, like I mentioned, was spotted with his ex-wife, Jennifer Garner, and this was at an event in LA alongside his estranged wife, J-Lo. So J-Lo was actually at the event too, but they didn't actually get spotted together. J-Lo was actually at the event and then left, I think, to have dinner with her manager, Benny Medina. And whether they had some type of interaction, Ben and J-Lo, along with Jennifer Garner, at the event is unclear. But no, he didn't show up with J-Lo, he showed up with Jennifer Garner. And this appearance it sparked some renewed interest in his past and present romantic entanglements. People want to know what's going on, especially given how closely connected these women still are to Ben. The recent event saw Ben, Jennifer Garner, and their child Serafina attending a nighttime gathering in Brentwood, LA. And despite being divorced for years now, Ben and Jennifer Garner have maintained a friendly co-parenting relationship. Is there more to that? Maybe. Now, both of them shared 3 children in total. There's Violet, Serafina, like I mentioned, and then there's Samuel. Jennifer's dedication to being a supportive co-parent is also pretty clear. She seems like a really, really great woman. A lot of fans praise her and really think that Ben should actually get back with her. But yeah, I don't think that's happening because she's in a relationship last time I checked. At this particular event, Ben kept things pretty casual with his attire, sporting some jeans and a graphic red tee under a maroon Sherpa-lined jacket. Jennifer, always chic, looked casual yet polished in her outfit, and both of them looked pretty comfortable and in good spirits as they spent time with their daughter. Ben's estranged wife, J-Lo, also attended the same event with her child, M, and some friends. And J-Lo, as always, she turned a lot of heads in a stylish belted jumpsuit paired with neutral colored pumps. What stood out the most was the sense of calmness and good spirits between both parties, even with their complicated relationship dynamics. This event, by the way, comes just a month after Ben and J-Lo narrowly missed crossing paths at the same building in LA, and it has people thinking that, are they still intertwined? Does fate still try to bring them back together? I think it's more simple than that. I think they're both A-list celebrities. They hang around similar crowds. They're definitely going to be going to similar events. You just can't help it. It just comes with the territory, and it may include running into your ex 1 or 2 times a week, a month, a year, or on a regular basis at least. Now, I want to talk about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's love story and how it began back in like the early 2000s. Both of them met while working on the 2003 film Daredevil, though they didn't start dating immediately. And at the time, Ben was involved in his highly publicized relationship with J-Lo, which would later become one of the most talked about romances of the early 2000s. Jennifer Garner and Ben began dating in 2004, and their romance quickly blossomed. They tied the knot in June of 2005 in a private ceremony in the Caribbean with just a few close friends in attendance. And over the years, the couple welcomed 3 children, and from the outside, they appeared to be Hollywood's power couple with a perfect family life. However, their relationship faced its fair share of challenges. Back in 2015, after a decade of marriage, Ben and Jennifer announced their separation, with their divorce finalized in 2018.
What was the hardest thing for you to be honest with yourself about?
That I was gonna get divorced.
Despite their split, they continued to prioritize their family, co-parenting their children, and often being seen together at various events. In fact, their close friendship and ability to put their children first have led many to admire their post-divorce relationship. So Ben's whole closeness with Jennifer Garner isn't something that is new. It's just now more highlighted because of his newfound relationship with Jennifer Lopez.
It is every letter and every email that we wrote to each other.
That didn't even last that long this time around. Jennifer Garner, by the way, is linked to businessman John Miller, who's the CEO of Cali Group since 2018. And their relationship, while relatively private, has been pretty steady, and the two are said to be quite serious about each other.
Jennifer Garner and John Miller are going strong.
And sources have reported that now Ben has split from J-Lo, while Jennifer and John are looking forward to focusing more on their own relationship. Ben's relationship with J-Lo, it's definitely has had a lot of attention, way more than his relationship with Jennifer Garner. And both of them, they were the ultimate celebrity couple. They got together first in 2002, and Ben and J-Lo met while filming Jiggly, which is a movie that didn't fare too well at the box office, but gave rise to one of Hollywood's most famous relationships, Bennifer. Ben Ben and J-Lo, affectionately dubbed Bennifer by the media, quickly became the center of attention, and their whirlwind romance was documented in the tabloids, and their every move was followed by fans. In 2003, the couple became engaged, with Ben gifting J-Lo a stunning pink diamond engagement ring. However, just days before their planned wedding in 2004, the two called off the engagement, citing excessive media pressure. And soon after, they went their separate ways, with Ben eventually marrying Jennifer Garner and J-Lo marrying Mark Anthony, with whom she has twins, Em and Max. Fast forward to 2021, Bennifer was back on track. The couple rekindled their romance nearly 2 decades later, and fans were thrilled. They tied the knot in 2002 in a lavish ceremony in Georgia, finally giving their relationship the fairy tale ending that they had once planned. Now, despite their rekindled romance, it wasn't smooth sailing at all, guys. J-Lo recently filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences as the cause. And their split, though unfortunate, seems amicable, with both parties focusing on their careers and their children. J-Lo opened up about her divorce from Ben in an interview, stating that the breakup shook her world, but also allowed her to grow. She admitted that she had to learn to be independent again and focus on herself, something she hadn't fully done before. And while the divorce was undoubtedly painful, J-Lo seemed ready to embrace her new chapter as a single woman once again. Meanwhile, Ben appears to have moved on as well, throwing his energy into his work and fatherhood. Reports indicated that Jennifer Garner has played a role in encouraging him to work on his marriage with J-Lo, but after the separation, it seems like Ben has refocused his priorities, and Jennifer Garner isn't giving him relationship advice anymore because his marriage and relationship, everything with J-Lo is just done. No chance of that being rekindled whatsoever. Ben Affleck's relationships have always been the subject of public fascination, whether it was his high-profile romance with J-Lo, his deep-rooted connection with Jennifer Garner, or his journey toward co-parenting and finding balance, as well as his relationship with many other Hollywood stars over the years. Ben's love life has never been dull. And fans continue to watch. They want to know what's going to happen with Ben Affleck, what's going to happen with Jennifer Garner, what's going to happen with J-Lo. Like, literally, they can't stay out of the news. Everybody wants to know. But I'm curious to know what your thoughts are about this. What do you think about Ben's romantic history? And are you one of those people who think that he should get back with his ex-wife, Jennifer Garner? Clearly, they got something good going on there. But are they a good fit romantically? Well, probably not, even though a lot of fans would love to see them together.
Ben Affleck is finally free from the old ball and chain, and he's looking mighty happy while visiting his ex, Jennifer Garner, since the divorce. Let's get into it, guys. Ben Affleck appeared in good spirits as he deboarded a private jet with his ex-wife, Jennifer Garner, just hours before Jennifer Lopez officially filed for divorce.
You don't need to worry about Ben, let me just tell you.
Ben and Jennifer Garner were seen arriving in Los Angeles recently after a trip to New Haven, Connecticut, where they dropped off their eldest daughter, Violet, at Yale University. Ben Affleck, who was noticeably without his wedding dress, was dressed casually in a light blue button-up shirt paired with black slacks. He carried a leather duffel bag, smiling as he made his way down the steps of the plane. Garner, who followed closely behind, wore a relaxed ensemble consisting of a black t-shirt and green cargo pants, completing her look with a backpack slung over her shoulder. Accompanying the former couple was their 15-year-old daughter, Serafina, who proudly sported a Yale sweatshirt, signaling her excitement for her sister's new chapter. There's a good chance that they are getting back together, seeing as Ben's been hanging around her more and more in the lead up to the divorce, and when you look at it, it almost seems like the only times he's smiling is when he's with his ex or the kids he had with his ex. I think it's safe to say that Ben and Jen Garner are gonna wait a few weeks, maybe a month, until the divorce talk is over, and then secretly get back together. Might make Violet's Yale enrollment and first year a bit more to handle, what with her dad coming back into her life, so they might wait a little longer too for Violet to get situated. Once on the tarmac, the family of three quickly made their way to Affleck's sleek matte black BMW, with Garner taking the front passenger seat. The group then drove off together, possibly heading to their next destination within the sprawling city. University. Just a few hours after the entertainment world was rocked by the news that Lopez had filed for divorce from Benny. According to court documents obtained by Page 6, the pop icon listed April 26th as the official date of separation, notably coinciding with the second anniversary of their lavish Georgia wedding ceremony. The documents also revealed that the couple, who had rekindled their romance in 2021 after breaking off their first engagement nearly 2 decades earlier, had not signed a prenuptial agreement. Lopez requested that the judge waive any spousal support, signaling a clean break from their high-profile union. The decision to divorce, while sudden to the public, had been a long time coming, according to sources close to the couple. They've turned the page on all the unfinished business of 20+ years ago. They've seen things through to the end, and they know for sure now that they are not built for the long haul, insiders previously told Page 6. Those familiar with the situation have shared that Affleck, Lopez, and their blended family of 5 children are ready to move forward with their lives. Rumors of a split between the A-list pair had been circulating for months, with Affleck notably absent from several key public appearances, including the Met Gala in May 2024, where Lopez walked the red carpet solo. May 2024 was a pivotal month for the couple as it marked the beginning of what seemed to be a more permanent separation. Affleck moved out of the Beverly Hills mansion he shared with J-Lo and was frequently spotted without his wedding ring, further fueling speculation. The couple's divergent paths became more apparent over the summer of 2024, as Lopez spent significant time traveling across Europe and the Hamptons, while Affleck remained close to home in Los Angeles, focusing on his children. Their split became even more evident when the pair spent what would have been their first Las Vegas wedding anniversary apart in July, leading to heightened rumors and speculation about the status of their marriage. Despite this separation, Lopez has maintained a connection with Affleck's children, indicating that she continues to value her role in their lives even as her marriage to their father comes to an end. The decision to part ways, though challenging, appears to be a mutual step towards allowing both stars to move on to new chapters in their respective lives. As of now, neither Affleck nor Lopez has made a public statement regarding the divorce, leaving fans and the media to piece together the narrative from the signs that have emerged over the past few months. Affleck, who shared 3 children, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel, with Jennifer Garner, and Lopez, who has twins Max and Em with her ex-husband Mark Anthony, have both emphasized the importance of family throughout their careers. As they navigate this transition, their focus will likely remain on co-parenting and ensuring that their children are supported during this time of change. Ben and Jenny didn't sign a prenup when getting back together, and this might have been because, given that Affleck and Lopez rekindled their romance after 2 decades, and after both had been through previous marriages, they may have felt confident in their relationship's strength. Not signing a prenup could have been a symbolic gesture of trust and commitment, reflecting their belief that their relationship would last and that they didn't need legal protections in place. Ben Affleck is back at it again with Jennifer Garner. Some people think they're going out again since Ben has been caught driving around with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner.
Despite being divorced for several years, Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck spend more time together during the holiday season.
Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck have been spending more time together this holiday season.
Although divorced in 2018, the exes were spotted driving in Los Angeles after breakfast.
The outing comes just after the co-parents were seen spending Thanksgiving together with their children.
Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck have long been the Hollywood example of an amicable split. Since their divorce in 2018, the pair has managed to maintain a strong and public co-parenting relationship, regularly seen attending events together with their 3 children, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel.
Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck spend more time together during the holiday season for the sake of their 3 children.
This time, however, it wasn't a school event or sporting game that brought them together. The former couple was spotted driving through Los Angeles, relaxed and friendly with each other in what seemed to be a casual moment of connecting post-Thanksgiving.
Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck spent Thanksgiving volunteering to feed the homeless.
Quite naturally, fans are quite curious about what this newest sighting says about their relationship. This, of course, is that one time of the year when family comes together, and apparently Garner and Affleck were not exempted. The couple reportedly spent time together through the holiday weekend, very likely in the company of their children. Down-to-earth Jennifer Garner has been talking upholding family traditions even even post-separation. The drive through LA seems an extension of that dedication to family. Dressed casually, the two seemed relaxed, as if the bedlam of celebrity life were miles away. This laid-back outing comes in an exceptionally busy year for Ben, who has been in the news for everything from personal to professional reasons, including the end of his marriage to Jennifer Lopez. For many fans, Jen and Ben's reunion serves as a comforting reminder that the family unit can remain intact even after divorce. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck's story has been well documented, from their whirlwind romance in the early 2000s to their publicized struggles as a couple. The two married in 2005, becoming one of Hollywood's most beloved power couples, with their chemistry and family-oriented image endearing them to millions. But behind closed doors, things weren't always so perfect. Affleck's struggles with some of his habits and rumors of infidelity were constant tabloid fodder, with the couple announcing their separation in 2015 and divorcing 3 years later. Despite the personal heartbreak, they have both remained committed to putting their children first. Jen has been vocal about how much work it takes to create a healthy post-divorce dynamic, describing their approach as work that never ends. Ben, for his part, has often praised Jen for her unwavering support during his recovery journey, calling her an amazing mother and a key figure in his personal growth. This is an interesting time for Ben to make such a public outing, whose personal life has been scrutinized since the breakdown of his high-profile romance with Jennifer Lopez. Ben's rekindled relationship with J.Lo, which culminated in a very public 2022 wedding, seemed to mark a new chapter for the actor. But as the year went on, rumors of tension and lifestyle differences started to creep out, with the couple officially calling it quits for the second time in 2024. In the wake of these events, the connection between Ben and Jennifer Garner seems especially noteworthy. Granted, their shared moments have been about co-parenting consistently, but the consistency does hint at a relationship based on trust and mutual respect, which I would argue are the two biggest contributors in a respectful relationship. Since the breakup, Jennifer Garner has mostly remained behind the curtains of her personal life, a self-proclaimed private celebrity who emphasizes family above everything. She handles the challenges thrown up by her children growing up in Hollywood with so much poise. The moment news of Jen and Ben's post-Thanksgiving outing hit the internet, fans had a lot to say. Many celebrated the couple's commitment to their family, using them as the prime example of how divorced couples can make a healthy environment for their kids. Others, however, couldn't help but speculate about the nature of their relationship. From hopeful comments about a reconciliation to admiration for how they have handled their divorce with dignity, posts flooded social media. "This is what mature co-parenting looks like," one fan wrote. "But let's be real, they still look so good together," another quipped. "I don't care what anyone says, in my heart they're still Ben and Jen 1.0. The overwhelming sentiment was one of support, with fans applauding both Garner and Affleck for their ability to maintain a bond that puts the kids first and leaves the drama well and truly behind. For years, Jennifer Garner has been credited as a much-needed stabilizing force in the life of Mr. Affleck. Everything from his struggles with his habits to the rigors of leading man celebrity, Jennifer Garner has remained a steadying presence through it all, even when they veered off in different personal directions. Ben has spoken candidly about the impact Jennifer Garner has had on him, often describing her as one who brings out his best qualities. Their joint appearances, whether at a child's soccer game or during a casual drive, presume much about the level of respect and care that still exists between them. And as the fans look back, they know this connection goes far beyond co-parenting. It's a testimony to a commitment made together in seeing them through the darkest depths of divorce while still putting their family first. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck's post-Thanksgiving outing wasn't the only time they spent together this holiday season. According to reports, the former couple spent Thanksgiving as a family along with their 3 children, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel. Though details of their gathering were private, their presence at the Midnight Mission's annual Thanksgiving event gave fans a glimpse of their commitment to raising thoughtful, compassionate kids. Casual and all, they were seen doling out meals to needy people as a way to experience the holiday in a meaningful manner that reflected their shared values. These moments not only underlined their commitment to being good parents, but also how they both worked together to provide a sense of normalcy and stability for their children. As the holiday season progresses, it would appear that Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck are focusing on being a family. Sources close to them say that Jennifer Garner has asked Ben Affleck to join the family's Christmas celebration, the surest sign of what they've accomplished since they split. Even as they spend time together, both Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck are delving into new chapters in their personal lives. Jen has been low-key dating businessman John Miller for a couple of years now. Though the relationship has largely remained under wraps, it is believed that Jennifer Garner is happy with her partnership with Miller. His support for her family-oriented approach has let Jen keep a healthy co-parenting relationship with Ben Affleck, balancing her current relationship with her past one. But by contrast, Ben's recent breakup with Jennifer Lopez has been decidedly more public. Following their 2021 romantic reunion and their 2022 wedding, Ben and J-Lo's whirlwind romance came to an end in 2024 with a divorce. Differences in lifestyle and priorities, among other factors, purportedly contributed to the couple's separation, which means Ben Affleck is again dealing with a very public breakup. On the other hand, he has remained consistent with Jennifer Garner, from attending their children's school functions to spending time on family outings. Their bond still exudes respect and trust for each other. Of course, every time Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck are seen together, social media lights up with comments, and that was no exception. Clearly, fans couldn't get over the fact that the two used to be one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. Them being together again just makes me so happy, wrote one Instagram user on a fan account. They've been through so much, but they still come together for their kids. Some couldn't help but speculate, with posts musing if the sighting hinted at more than co-parenting. "I don't care what anyone says, these two belong together," tweeted one fan, reflecting the internet's enduring fascination with the possibility of a rekindled romance, which Ben doesn't have much luck with. History shows. While most comments praise their ability to co-parent gracefully, the nostalgia for Ben and Jen 1.0 remains strong among fans, whether it's a longing for simple times or admiration for how they've handled their relationship post-divorce. Garner and Affleck's dynamic continues to captivate. Ben has been with J-Lo for a while, but after everything that went on in The Greatest Love Story Never Told, he's probably missing his ex. Here's why Ben Affleck regrets divorcing Jennifer Garner.
You really can't. So much of
More Jennifers than most have entangled Ben Affleck, and none of their romances have quite resulted in the happily ever after that he was presumably looking for. Fans were left more perplexed than ever by his on-again, off-again relationship with Jennifer Lopez, which had not one but two chances before imploding once more and ending in divorce. The other Jennifer, the one who still hurts the most, is Jennifer Garner. Affleck has stated unequivocally that all of his well-publicized breakups, the one with Garner is the one that haunts him the most. And the vision that was planted. He says that he is only responsible for himself. The first Jennifer, J-Lo, has an interesting story with Ben.
It seemed like a fairy tale, but it really wasn't.
The narrative of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's romance had been told for decades and has included numerous films, hundreds of scandalous tabloid articles, and even 2 failed engagements.
I'm engaged!
The 2 movie stars were one of the most attractive pairs to watch in the early 2000s.
This is my wife. This is the belligerent nurse that's been being so difficult with me. Miss John.
They eventually gained the moniker Bennifer and dazzled their millions of devoted fans with their star power and red carpet appearances. But when they finally called it quits in 2004, they shocked fans everywhere by announcing they weren't meant to be. Fans were thrilled when the duo, who had split up with their previous spouses, got back together almost 2 decades later. However, despite another engagement, an unexpected wedding in Las Vegas, and a shared residence in Los Angeles, Bennifer called it quits once again in 2024, and J-Lo filed for divorce.
It's such a meta story, right?
This couple is struggling to make a name for themselves in the world of Hollywood, even though a lot of people are cheering for them to ride off into the sunset together in Los Angeles. Many have hypothesized that Affleck's low-key lifestyle may not have been able to withstand the J-Lo effect, which refers to her capacity to greatly influence pop culture and only get better with age.
Standing just a little too close to me. You're saying not quite enough.
So back to Jennifer Garner. Meeting on the set of Pearl Harbor back in 2001, Affleck and Garner got back together for Daredevil 2 years later. However, they didn't start dating until 2004, and by 2005 they were hitched. 3 children, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel, were born into their family throughout the ensuing 10 years. Then, right after hitting their 10th wedding anniversary, they blindsided fans with a joint breakup statement. After much thought and careful consideration, we have made the difficult decision to divorce. We go forward with love and friendship for one another and a commitment to co-parenting our children, whose privacy we ask to be respected during this difficult time. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner have maintained an incredibly cordial relationship throughout their divorce, co-parenting like pros while Affleck went on and finally got married again. But in typical Affleck manner, he knows he's the one who ruined it all, which is why he still regrets how things ended with Garner to this day. Not because he still feels something for her, it rarely works out well when Ben Affleck marries a lady his friends detest. According to sources OK Magazine, his best friend Matt Damon never liked Jennifer Garner, with one insider claiming Damon told Affleck that if his wife just loosened up a bit, things could have been different. Matt believes Ben's marriage was in shambles before the nanny. There was too much anger there. Damon wasn't pushing for Ben to end it, but he knows Ben will be happier with another woman. There are other of Affleck's friends that supposedly didn't get along with Ben's wife besides Damon. Kevin Smith said to Yahoo Movies in July 2014 that Garner had essentially destroyed his friendship with Affleck. "We're not tight. I have not been close with him in decades," he griped. "That's old Ben. He's got a wife that don't care for me at all." In addition, Kevin Smith stated that same month at a Silent Bob Speaks tour stop via the New York Daily News, "Jennifer does not share the same sense of humor as me. She did not like any of my jokes. I was picking on Ben Affleck, making fun of him because I've known him for a really long time, and Jennifer goes, 'You know, if you keep saying stuff about him, I'm going to kick your bleep.' She has a really girly sense of humor and didn't understand that I was kidding." TMZ said that Ben Affleck's gambling habit was a major contributing factor in the breakup. According to TMZ, Affleck was indeed barred from the Hard Rock Casino in Las Vegas in May 2014 for reportedly counting cards when playing blackjack. Over the years, he supposedly made a sizable fortune playing blackjack. He even reportedly won $800,000 in a single night. He said something which he regrets. He said However, Affleck denied being a compulsive gambler and said he's technically not banned from the casino as a whole, noting to Details via People, "That's all bull. I wish I could say they were afraid of me in every capacity, but they only said no blackjack." In his speech of congratulations too, following Argo's Best Picture triumph, Ben Affleck expressed gratitude to his current spouse for working on their marriage for 10 Christmases.
"I want to thank you for working on our marriage for 10 Christmases."
Whoa, the way that was worded sounds awful, even if it was intended as a compliment. How about, "Thank you, honey, for your support. I love you so much." Or even, "I couldn't have done this without you by my side." That would have sounded much better. And then while Ben Affleck was filming The Town 2009,
Okay.
Just having a bad week.
I like to have a good...
a source informed In Touch Weekly he hit on Blake Lively, but she was not interested at all. There are rumors that he also gushed about Lively in interviews. Jennifer Garner, who co-starred with Affleck on Gossip Girl, may not have been the only one to be concerned about him. While Affleck was filming Gone Girl in 2014, a source informed the National Enquirer Jen was so worried about Ben and Emily Ratajkowski that she asked her pal Neil Patrick Harris to keep an eye on them while on set. If Ben Affleck hadn't allowed his drinking to ruin his marriage, he and Jennifer Garner may still be together. In a 2021 interview with Howard Stern, Affleck acknowledged feeling trapped in their relationship, which caused significant anger. But in reality, he was just trying to express how lonely he was. He had a marriage that didn't work. This happens. It was somebody I love and respect, but to whom I shouldn't be married any longer, he said.
"We had a marriage that didn't work. This happens. There's somebody I love and respect."
What I did was I drank a bottle of scotch and fell asleep on the couch, which turned out not to be the solution. Affleck went into further detail in an interview with the New York Times about how much he regrets not doing better in marriage. "The biggest regret of my life is this divorce," he said, acknowledging that as his drinking spiraled, so did their relationship. Shame is really toxic. There is no positive byproduct of shame. It's just stewing in a toxic, hideous feeling of low self-worth and self-loathing. In addition, Ben acknowledged that splitting up was never in his cards during a conversation with Diane Sawyer. "I didn't want to get divorced. I didn't want to be a divorced person. I really didn't want to be a split family with my children," he confessed. "And it upset me because it meant I wasn't who I thought I was." Fortunately, the two have reached a stable position where they co-parent their 3 children while being close friends. Affleck made it pretty clear in the note he wrote for Garner that she will always be someone he holds dear. Thank you. Thank you for being thoughtful, considerate, responsible, and a great mom and person. Ben Affleck isn't known for being happy in Hollywood, which is probably why it's so noticeable when he's this happy with his ex. Let's look into it.
And I would never want my kids to think I would ever say a bad word about their mom.
When Ben Affleck and his ex-wife Jennifer Garner got back together to send their daughter Violet off to college, he was grinning once more. However, in the midst of their marital qualms, his current wife, Jennifer Lopez, was noticeably missing from the important family occasion. Ben appeared content and at ease while having dinner in the Connecticut town of New Haven with Jennifer Garner, Violet, and their child Finn, according to pictures that DailyMail.com has obtained. It's rumored that Violet attends Yale University, a New Haven-based Ivy League institution. Rumors of turmoil in Ben and Lopez's marriage surfaced during the joyous occasion. During the outing, he did not wear his wedding band. Even though J-Lo and Violet had a strong relationship, she did not attend the milestone event. After having supper outside of South Bay, the 4 of them had a leisurely stroll around the neighborhood. During the excursion, Ben gave Finn a beaming embrace. As the 4 gathered on the pavement, Ben, dressed in a button-down, trousers, and Nike trainers, was seen bringing Finn in for a tender hug. Garner, on the other hand, wore trousers, a striped sweater, and stylish black glasses. Before Violet's big day, the 4 seemed genuinely at ease and content as they enjoyed a warm evening together. Violet, Finn, and Samuel are Garner and Affleck's 3 children. The couple were wed from 2005 till 2018. Early in 2024, Violet graduated from high school, and her mother commemorated the occasion with an emotional Instagram post. The actress appeared to be crying in her Instagram picture as she celebrated her daughter's big achievement. Garner said in the caption of her photo series, "Tell me you have a graduate without telling me you have a graduate." Garner was seen crying in a lot of different scenes on the carousel, including what looked to be Violet's graduation ceremony and a flight.
How are we gonna make it? What are we gonna do?
After being spotted in a photo posted by her high school's Instagram page sporting an Ivy League t-shirt, Violet hinted that she would be attending Yale. According to a flurry of rumors, Affleck and Lopez are heading towards an imminent divorce around the time of the sighting. It is rumored that J-Lo and Ben are living apart, and as DailyMail.com previously revealed, they have divorce papers ready to be filed at a later time. She recently paid a discreet visit to his home on his birthday. Later that evening, she enjoyed the company of her pals at a Bruno Mars concert held in honor of the opening of the new Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. Jennifer visited Ben for his birthday as well, ahead of the Bruno Mars show. Lopez celebrated her own 55th birthday in July without Ben. Ben made headlines in July 2024 when he bought a $20.5 million house in the Pacific Palisades. Prior to that, he was renting a home in Brentwood for $100,000 a month. J-Lo has been residing in their opulent Beverly Hills property, which is up for sale now at $68 million. Recently, after Affleck had taken his son to the mall, Lopez was also spotted paying a visit to the actor's Brentwood rental house. Lopez didn't even wish Ben a happy birthday on social media, giving the impression that she was snubbing him. She looked stunning in a series of Instagram photos, posing in a Dior dress with glittering details. Standing next to a vintage convertible, J-Lo paused for pictures that were shot in June while she was at the Hamptons. The couple is moving on separately, according to a source who recently told People that Jennifer Lopez is trying to find a new home to start fresh.
Ben Affleck is getting very close with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner, who is apparently a source of hiccups for the relationship when they were together. Are they going to reconnect? Apparently, she also made a late-night visit to his home. Let's dive in. The relationship with Ben caused a bit of a road bump between Jennifer Garner and her boyfriend John Miller. J-Lo officially filed for divorce from Ben on August 20th, 2024.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's second shot at love coming to an end.
But stated in the filings that the couple had been separated since April 26th. During that time, Ben had been spending a lot of extra time with the mother of his kids, which some took as a sign of possible reconciliation. Apparently, John Miller was unhappy with how much energy Jennifer Garner was using on her ex. John doesn't like sharing Jen, and there's a divide when it comes to her and Ben, a source told the Daily Mail. Life and Style reported that John Miller was so frustrated that he called it off with Jennifer. He doesn't enjoy competing with her ex-husband for her attention, an insider said. Jen's had so much going on with Ben, it just took a toll, they added. Apparently, Ben had turned to Jennifer Garner for advice and support while he navigated the rocky waters of his failing marriage with Jennifer Lopez. It was not only John Miller, but fans also noticed that Jennifer Garner had been spending a lot of time with her ex. I'm just wondering, when was the last time Jennifer Garner was seen online with her man, a user wrote on X? I've never seen a photo of them together. She's always with Ben, another added. Fans also pointed out that Jennifer having access to Ben's apartment was a sign of their relationship intensifying.
That something is that important that suddenly you're fighting, whatever that is.
Jennifer Garner stopped by Ben Affleck's home for his birthday. It was a low-key affair, as Ben just hung out with family. Jennifer Lopez also stopped by to give him birthday wishes only days before filing the divorce papers. It was likely easier for Jennifer Garner to visit, as she had previously been given the security code to enter the apartment.
Jennifer Garner were spotted arriving separately at the actor's rental home.
Other people have to be buzzed in, but not Jen. She can come and go whenever she wants, a source told In Touch. Seeing the former couple be that comfortable was not wholly surprising, as Jennifer Garner and Ben lived together after their divorce. Not only did Jennifer Garner have the code to her ex's bachelor pad, but footage caught her using that to make a late night visit. Some believed she seemed a little tipsy, a detail that was not missed by fans when reports circulated that she and John Miller were having relationship hiccups.
After splitting with Jennifer Lopez, he's been hanging out a lot with his ex. Garner's boyfriend, John Miller, isn't too happy about it either.
I'm surprised John Miller didn't dump Jennifer Garner when he saw this video of her outside Ben Affleck's rental, a user on X commented. In addition to the birthday hang, Ben spent the day with Jennifer Garner on August 20th, 2024, as the parents dropped off their daughter, Violet Affleck, at Yale University together. This was notable because it wound up being the day that Jennifer Lopez officially filed for divorce from Ben, which was also the 2-year anniversary of their second marriage. Some believe J-Lo filed the divorce that day as a dig at Ben.
It's official. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have called it quits on their second time at love.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner spent the entire day together after taking their 12-year-old child to school.
Jennifer Garner were spotted arriving separately at the actor's rental home.
For those of you that don't know, Jennifer Garner is Ben Affleck's ex-wife. She maintains a great relationship with Ben Affleck, and not just for their children's sake. They remain very good friends, and she's been said to be a great supporter amid the alleged problems the actor is facing in his marriage to Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are splitting up.
And oh my gosh, guys, his mother was even there. Jennifer Garner clearly has a great relationship, not just with her ex-husband, but also with her former in-laws. She and Chris Ann, who's Ben's mom, share a warm hug, and all three of them were seen laughing and looking totally relaxed together. J-Lo must absolutely be losing her mind, because I would. And sources close say she is not cool with this. While the good relationship between the exes is a good thing, recent reports have shared that their closeness is causing even more tension between Ben and J-Lo. Reportedly, Jennifer Lopez wishes her ex-husband wouldn't confide in Jennifer Garner so much, especially when it comes to their marital problems. Yikes.
It was the most toxic thing I have ever experienced.
Imagine talking to your ex-wife about the problems you're having with your current wife. Leroy Kenton, who is the founder of FTD News, weighed in on this. He said, Ben is double dipping. He likes Jenny from the block and Jenny from the suburbs. I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks this is very suspicious, especially when he has a tendency to go back to his exes. Wink wink, J-Lo, wink wink. People for a long time have said that Jennifer Garner was a better match for Ben, and maybe he's finally realizing that now.
No goodbye, no see you later, no nothing. Just left.
They also do share kids, so I'm sure they have some type of closeness that has built up over the years. Yusuf Awadallah also weighed in after hearing this, saying it's easier to reconnect when you have something in common, and what's more common than kids? I mean, he did say he came to his senses recently regarding his relationship with J-Lo, so maybe the revelation was that it's the wrong Jennifer for him. Oh my gosh, guys, do you think he's reconsidering? This is crazy to me. I don't understand where in any relationship this would be considered appropriate. It's not a good look.
It was all like nothing really special.
A source close to the couple said that when Ben is having problems with J-Lo, Jennifer Garner is the one he runs to for advice and emotional support. Despite what some fans might think, Jennifer Garner is not trying to split Bennifer up. In fact, when Ben Affleck goes to her for advice, she only encourages him to fix the problems in his marriage. Sources have shared that Jennifer Garner is convinced the father of her children will be happier if he stays with J-Lo, despite the singer's mistrust when it comes to her influence on Ben Affleck. Jennifer Garner is encouraging Ben to work on his marriage to Jen, an insider explained. She fully supports their relationship and wants nothing more than for him to be happy. Yeah, that's all sweet, fine, and dandy, and although Jennifer Garner has good intentions, her interference in Ben and J-Lo's marriage is reportedly a hard boundary for J-Lo. And the couple have reportedly been down this road before. They know their boundaries, and given their current situation, Jennifer Lopez has reiterated to Ben that his ex needs to stay away from him and butt out of their personal drama. There are so many red flags here. What do you guys think? Is Ben gonna leave Jenny from the block to go back to his ex-wife? Is this interaction innocent or suspicious?
Life is full of regrets. I have a feeling Ben Affleck can relate. Let's check out some reasons Ben Affleck regrets marrying Jennifer Lopez.
It taught me not to do interviews.
And the vision that was planted.
We all know Ben and Jen's tumultuous relationship. They've been on and off, and for almost a year now, there have been breakup rumors surrounding them. Well, this may have been the straw that broke the camel's back. Stay with me while I paint you a picture. Beautiful people grinning and clinking glasses on a stunning summer's day in Italy with the craggy Amalfi Coast serving as the backdrop. The focal point of the gathering is an immaculately made up Jennifer Lopez. As she gets ready to take a sip of her drink, she gives the camera a knowing smile. This marked the introduction of JLo's own cocktail line, DeLola. Similar to other well-known Hollywood figures like Sarah Jessica Parker and George Clooney, JLo had aimed to create her own beverage line in order to increase the value of her business. Because her beverage business was one of the things that broke the camel's back, as a close friend of her husband Ben Affleck stated to DailyMail.com. It's also acknowledged that the beverage company was founded before they reconciled, and Ben knew about and encouraged the venture. They even go so far as to imply that in the midst of rumors that their marriage is finally over, it helped Ben, not Jen, decide to call it quits. Why did Ben find this prominent business venture so weird? Well, according to friends, he regarded his wife's sales of vodka and tequila odd because he was a recovering habitual drinker. After all, he had battled his habits for many years. He was reported to be confused when the label was originally introduced in the previous year. The fact that he thought her sole purpose for starting her drink brand was to make hard, cold cash just made him feel more conflicted. Since 2001, when he first sought help for his habitual drinking, Ben has gone to help several times. His marriage to Jennifer Garner ended as a result of his habits. Worse, JLo then embarked on a highly visible promotional tour, telling the press how much she enjoys drinking to relax and let loose. She even shared a photo of herself to promote the newest item in the line, showing herself relaxing on a sunbed while wearing a swimming outfit. Ben had to fight to get his life back after overcoming the drink. Ben's buddy said to the Mail, knowing that he had lost everything, including his family's love, and that he would relapse, Jen made the decision to launch her own spritzer line in an attempt to get extra money. Jen and Ben, who featured in Oscar-winning films including Argo and Good Will Hunting, have reportedly already filed their divorce paperwork. They both understand that what they had earlier is no longer there. What appeared to be a moving story of rediscovered love for someone lost has come to a sad end. Before getting married, the couple separated in 2004 after becoming together in 2002 and getting engaged. Following his 2005 marriage to Jennifer Garner, Ben and Garner went on to have 3 kids before divorcing in 2015 and completing their legal separation 3 years later. JLo later wed singer-songwriter Mark Anthony, with whom she had twins which were 16 years old. 10 years passed during their marriage. After JLo's failed engagement to baseball player Alex Rodriguez in 2021, Ben and Jen reconciled, much to the pleasure of fans and the press around the globe. The next year, they were married in Las Vegas and had a second, more elaborate ceremony at Ben's plantation in Georgia, which was worth $9 million. The pair hasn't been spotted together months before the divorce became official though, with Ben declining to attend JLo's Bridgerton-themed 55th birthday celebration just recently. Rather, when the couple listed their $68 million Beverly Hills home for sale, he purchased a $20 million bachelor apartment in Los Angeles. But there were problems even last year in 2023. Ben saw JLo's April 2023 drink company launch, DeLola, as a warning indication that she preferred her profession over him. In 2024, their respective desires, his for a quiet existence and hers for unrestricted all-access exposure, came to a head. Even though he tried to give in to her demand for attention, their disparate views on their careers caused their marriage to falter. Ben was the one to pull the plug on their marriage here, a friend stated. He perceived this as picking right back up since Jennifer had led him to believe that she was the same person that she had been when they initially fell in love. Although he dislikes walking the red carpet with celebrities, he did it because she did. He could no longer handle her infatuation with fame. She had to be loved and captured on camera. He felt as though nothing remained sacred for him because she would reveal so much of herself to everyone. This was something she had to do. Her popularity had become an integral part of her identity. J-Lo's friends also report that she had altered her appearance and manner of dressing. She says that performing is more than just a profession to her and that she ultimately felt unable to give it up. Like with her previous 3 marriages, she made the decision to prioritize fame over him. In fact, it seemed like J-Lo was basing a large portion of her recent successful commercial production on their rekindled romance. Some even claimed that he was not exactly thrilled because her new album was all about him and he didn't even like her television program, This Is Me Now, A Love Story. That documentary, which featured Jen's account of her own road to love, was widely panned and failed to connect with viewers, costing millions of dollars. According to a person close to the pair, Ben was incensed. He didn't want her to do this at all. She asked him to invest in it and be involved in a project he was absolutely against. In the end, he was glad it flopped. It too destroyed their marriage. Ben didn't want their love story to be told, only she did. They lost £18 million and it ruined Ben's trust in her. Ben seeing her spread their love letters on a table for others to read as she did on screen infuriated him. This is when he knew that she put fame above love. Indeed, during the documentary, J-Lo showed a book to the camera saying, "This book is a book Ben gave me on our first Christmas back together. It is every letter and every mail that we wrote to each other from 20 years ago and today." She highlighted one note that read, "The Greatest Love Story Never Told" by Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, 2001 to 2010 and counting. But a friend of Ben's said he asked her to not do the documentary because he wanted to keep this stuff private and because it cost too much money, but she did it anyway. He asked her to pull back from doing red carpets and events so much and she wouldn't listen. She dragged him out anyways. It was never about him, it was always about her. The two appeared nervous at the launch of J-Lo's Netflix movie The Mother. She later revealed that they had clashed over her outfit choices, saying, "He'll joke with me sometimes. He'll say things like, 'Where's the rest of that shirt?' I'm like, 'Oh, this one doesn't have anything else.'" J-Lo abruptly announced to her followers that she was taking time off to be with her children, family, and close friends when she abruptly canceled her planned summer tour. Ben was later seen driving his son Samuel to basketball practice in Santa Monica with actress Jennifer Garner, his ex-wife. The following day, J-Lo showed up to watch Samuel play as well as give her husband an awkward-looking kiss. While his wife has continued to wear her wedding ring, Ben had been spotted recently without it. And then there was their Beverly Hills mansion. Ben, it appears, just thought the price was too high. Friends remark that J-Lo believed that her twins Em and Max, as well as Ben's children Violet, Finn, and Samuel, would be pleased with the house. Nope. Buying that massive house was another huge red flag, said one close to Ben. He didn't want that house because it cost a ridiculous amount of money. It never felt like home to him, and he cannot even believe that he moved into the home. She didn't want a marital home for them to grow old in. She wanted a massive structure that cost more than anyone else's home to flaunt her wealth and her marriage in. She thought that this would make everyone happy. They talked a lot about this. Things also seemed to be generated by a decline in her profession, which she battled so hard to achieve in following the documentary's failure, a source said. She became less popular, less people wanted to see her perform, and this made her irate, and she took it out on Ben. She started to realize her star power was fading, and he told her it was her own fault because she was overexposed. She took the fact that her documentary and album was a flop out on Ben because, as her husband, he was the closest one to her. He asked her to take a step back, and she didn't. He wasn't a huge fan of her new album being so centered around him, and she thought it was beautiful. Notwithstanding the intense feelings surrounding the highly publicized end of their parents' romance, sources indicate that their 5 children are eager to maintain communication. A source said it is hard on the kids, but in the end they are all pretty grown up. Enough grown up to be able to see that it was not working between their parents. The kids will be okay and will stay close. Becoming a family for a minute was fun, and this will always be special in their hearts. But J-Lo, who is 55 years old and has been married 4 times, is currently unmarried. Friends worry she ruins her romantic relationships. She knows she destroyed it all and was super apologetic, but it was too late. One said, "He tried for a couple weeks, giving her the benefit of the doubt, and even wore the wedding ring because she asked him to, so that they could get a little space from the hounding press, but he's done. He found his home and she's not living in it. She knows this, and now it is the time for them to both move on." Ben seems to be giving his divorced wife time to rebrand. J-Lo's friends claim that she altered her appearance and style of clothing. She's smiling in public, and she's not acting all like a diva. Her social media is bright and happy, and she's speaking about her true feelings of being fragile. She's staying out of the spotlight and keeping her life private. Basically, Jennifer is now pretending to be the person that Ben thought she was all along. This made him fall in love with her, but he's not going to fall for it a third time. 2 strikes, she's out. They are done. Bennifer is one of the most recognizable names in the Hollywood Hills, or was. Let's cover the epic rise and fall of J-Lo and Ben Affleck's love story. They fell in love at first sight. Jennifer Lopez admitted that after meeting Ben Affleck, she fell in love with him right away and that something inside of her had changed. J-Lo was still married to her ex-husband, Chris Judd, when the two first met in 2002 while filming the movie Giggly.
Do we know each other?
Not yet.
However, she had an immediate connection with the actor that was evident both on and off film, and soon after, she and Judd ended their marriage, and she and Affleck made their romance public. "This is it, I felt like," the singer recalled, telling People in 2016. The couple faced constant media attention as the crazy tabloid and paparazzi age began, and soon after, Bennifer was born. The audience couldn't get enough of Affleck's legendary performance in her Jenny from the Block music video, as well as her star-studded red carpet appearances. And then they announced their engagement. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez chose to tie the knot shortly after Bennifer was born in the summer of 2002. The couple popped the question in a flash, only a few months after their romance made headlines. In November of that year, J-Lo broke the news to Diane Sawyer, saying that Ben proposed with a pink solitaire diamond that was reputedly valued at an incredible $2.5 million at the time. Though Lopez first admitted to Sawyer that she believed Affleck to be a stereotypical Hollywood bad boy, or skirt chaser as she called him, he eventually disproved her claims. She described him as brilliantly smart, loving, charming, affectionate, adding, "And I just admire him in every way." Regarding Affleck, he acknowledged that the foundation of their extraordinary relationship was his close connection with Lopez. Because she was married, there was no thought of a romantic relationship, so that created the opportunity to get to know each other without any of the falseness that goes with courtship, because you're trying to make a good impression, he stated to Vanity Fair in 2003. "I didn't try to change anything about myself, and she didn't either." The media tore them apart though. Their initial breakup appeared to be caused by the media circus that encircled every step Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck made together.
Well, that didn't help.
The couple had originally intended to tie the knot in the autumn of 2003, but they changed their minds because of the attention the tabloids were receiving at the time. When we found ourselves seriously contemplating hiring 3 separate decoy brides at 3 different locations, we realized that something was awry. The couple said in a statement to People at the time, "We felt what should have been a joyful and sacred day could be spoiled for us, our families and our friends." The pair broke up shortly after in January 2004, suggesting that their breakup only seemed to become worse after it happened. In a 2022 interview with Apple Music via Elle, J-Lo blamed their split on a lack of maturity, admitting, "We weren't ready to deal with and look at each other and go, what we have is real, we need to buckle down, we need to do some work, we just weren't there yet." They ended up marrying other people. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck found love with other people after their dream wedding fell through. Sadly for Lopez, Affleck's romantic interest was named after his former fiancée. In 2004, the actor began dating Jennifer Garner, his former co-star, and the two got married in 2005. Together, Garner and Affleck would go on to have 3 children, a son named Samuel and 2 daughters named Violet and Serafina. Regarding J-Lo, she wed her longtime musical partner, Mark Anthony, in 2004 in her Los Angeles home in a far less public ceremony than the one that was supposed to be her and Affleck's. In 2008, Lopez gave birth to fraternal twins, Em and Max, and she also adopted 4 other children from Anthony's past relationships as stepmothers. Even those marriages didn't work out though. All of the Bennifer aficionados may now feel hopeful because neither of Jennifer Lopez's nor Ben Affleck's subsequent relationships ended happily. Following their announcement of their impending divorce in 2015, Affleck and Jennifer Garner declared their separation, although they remained cordial and shared co-parenting of their 3 children. Ultimately, in 2018, 3 years subsequent to their separation being public knowledge, the ex-couples concluded their divorce. Affleck speaks highly of his former wife, however, telling People in 2020, "When you have children with somebody, you're connected to them forever. And I'm lucky she is the mother of my children. I'm very grateful and respectful of her."
Jen is a superhero mom. She's an amazing mother.
The split between Mark Anthony and Lopez was made public in 2011. A year later, Anthony filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences as the reason for the breakup. 2014 saw the finalization of their divorce, but the two went on to work together in the music business and remained friendly in the years that followed. They even had a moment on stage 2 years later. "If you want to get along with a woman, just get divorced," Anthony joked to Extra TV about their post-divorce relationship. Eventually, J-Lo and Ben got back together. In July of 2021, to the surprise of millions of admirers worldwide, Bennifer made a triumphant return. J-Lo published a picture of herself and her ex-boyfriend Ben Affleck on Instagram, in addition to a plethora of other sweltering swimsuit pictures in honor of her 52nd birthday. She captioned the photo saying, "5'2", what it do?" A few months later, the two walked the red carpet together for the first time in almost 2 decades at the premiere of Ben Affleck's movie, The Last Duel. They looked to have struck gold the second time around as they went on to make appearances together at other Hollywood events, such as the Met Gala. When Lopez told People in 2022, "I feel so lucky and happy and proud to be with him. It's a beautiful love story that we got a second chance." They got engaged again. In 2022, Jennifer Lopez became engaged for the 6th time, but who's keeping track? In April of that year, the celebrity revealed in her On the J-Lo newsletter that Ben Affleck had proposed to her with a massive diamond. In the video, Lopez listens to her song Dear Ben while flashing a sparkler on her ring finger. Saying via Extra TV, "Ben came in and he got down on one knee and he said some things that I'll never forget. And he pulled out a ring and said, 'Will you marry me?'" Clearly overcome with emotion by her thrilling new journey, J-Lo described it as the most perfect moment. Lopez disclosed that Affleck had gifted her a green diamond, citing it as her lucky color and favorite hue. And they tied the knot in Vegas. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were married in an unexpected ceremony in Las Vegas, only a few months after Ben proposed. The singer gave People an account of the memorable day, saying that their kids witnessed the wedding. "It's a beautiful outcome that this has happened in this way at this time in our lives, where we can really appreciate and celebrate each other and respect each other," Lopez exclaimed. She added, "We always did, but we have even more of an appreciation because we know that life can take you in different directions," as she thought back on how their special love story had come full circle. They moved in together and even got matching tattoos. Something about permanent ink says commitment. When Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez got matching tattoos to commemorate their recent move-in together and love, it felt like exactly what was on their minds. Lopez revealed the news in an interview with Today that the couple moved in together in January of 2023. "We moved in together, the kids moved in together, so it's been like a really kind of emotional transition." She went on to say, "But at the same time, all your dreams coming true, it's just been a phenomenal year." After years of searching for the perfect place to live, the couple bought an over $60 million property jointly in May 2023. The Beverly Hills estate featured 12 rooms, 24 bathrooms, a heated pool and hot tub, pickleball and basketball courts, and breathtaking views of the mountains. But then, the divorce. When Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez hadn't been spotted together for more than a month in May 2024, it seemed like problems were starting to arise in their relationship. Later that month, the pair was spotted together at Affleck's daughter Violet's graduation ceremony, but tensions quickly escalated. The actor was sleeping at a nearby rental when he was spotted packing up his belongings from their shared house in late June, according to a source who spoke with People. The magazine was informed by an insider in August of that year that the couple was divorcing. The insider told People, "Jennifer is trying to find a new home to start fresh." On the day they got married in Georgia 2 years prior, J-Lo filed for divorce from Affleck later that month, and she filed irreconcilable differences.
Ben Affleck has been linked to and dated some of the most high-profile celebrities in the scene. His dating life has been in the headline for years. Best known for his relationship with his ex-wife Jennifer Garner and his decades-long love story with Jennifer Lopez, let's take a peek at his full dating history.
Sure.
Please welcome Ben Affleck.
Did you know that before he started dating Hollywood actresses, he was actually in a 7-year relationship with his high school sweetheart? Her name is Cheyenne Rothman, and they dated from 1990 to 1997. According to the Daily Mail, Ben met Cheyenne at a Vermont summer camp while both were high school students at different schools in Boston. They continued their romance while Cheyenne attended a private liberal arts college in Maine, and Ben headed for California after dropping out of the University of Vermont. Cheyenne later relocated to Los Angeles to be closer to her up-and-coming actor boyfriend, and even posed with him on the red carpet at the premiere of Ben's movie Chasing Amy in 1997. The couple broke up in the summer of 1997 before Ben moved on with Gwyneth Paltrow. Cheyenne is now a married mom of 3 who lives her life out of the public eye. Ben Affleck and Gwyneth Paltrow met through Harvey Weinstein in early 1997. They both appeared in Shakespeare in Love, and by 1988, they were a couple. In a 2015 interview with Howard Stern, Gwyneth hinted that their romance was troubled from early on. What she said was, "I think my parents appreciated how he's super intelligent and he's really, really talented and so funny, but he was not in a good place in his life to have a girlfriend. I think they were okay with the two of us not being together." The couple split briefly at the end of 1998, but reconciled when they were both cast in Bounce. They called things off for good in 2000. Gwyneth seemed to look back on the relationship fondly when she described his bedroom skills as technically excellent in a 2022 appearance on her Call Her Daddy podcast. In 2001, Jennifer Lopez and Ben met while filming their 2003 rom-com Flop. Their romance began in 2002 when Jen was still legally married to Chris Judd. Her divorce was finalized in 2003. The couple's relationship frequently made headlines. In November 2002, Ben proposed to J.Lo with a ring that reportedly cost $2.5 million. The engagement only increased scrutiny from the media. In September 2003, just 3 days before their wedding, Bennifer called off their wedding. After splitting from J.Lo, Ben was briefly linked to TV ad sales exec and fellow Boston native Enza Sambatero, who went on to marry and later split from Red Sox player Kevin Youkilis. It wasn't the most pleasant experience, Enza told People about their relationship in 2004. Ben met his now ex-wife Jennifer Garner in 2000 while filming Pearl Harbor, while Ben was engaged to Jennifer Lopez and Jennifer Garner was married to Scott Foley. Their romantic relationship didn't begin until 2004 when they were both single and working together on Daredevil. After 9 months of dating, Ben proposed to Jennifer in April 2005. The couple quietly married in Turks and Caicos in June 2005, at which their time reps revealed Garner was pregnant with their first baby. They now have 3 children together. In a rare interview after 10 years together, Ben gushed about his wife. "She is by leaps and bounds the most important person to me in that respect," he said. "Over the past 10 years, she has allowed me to have a stable home life while accomplishing my professional goals." Amid reports about Ben's infidelity and gambling, the couple announced their plans to divorce in June 2015. Jennifer Garner opened about their split in 2016 interview with Vanity Fair. "He's the love of my life," she said. "He's the most brilliant person in the room, the most charismatic, the most generous. He's just a complicated guy." She also addressed rumors that he had an affair with the couple's nanny that stated that she and Ben were separated for months before the rumors came to light. "She had nothing to do with our decision to divorce," she said. The couple officially filed for divorce in 2017 while continuing to put on a united front. Jen publicly supported Ben as he sought treatment for alcohol addiction, even driving him to rehab shortly before finalizing their divorce. The couple have remained on good terms and are regularly seen together with their children. "I'm very lucky she's the mother of my children. I'm very grateful and respectful of her," Ben said of his ex-wife in 2021. Ben went public with his romance with Saturday Night Live producer Lindy Shukas in 2017, but sources speculated the romance may have started as an affair as far back as 2013 while both were married. In 2017, a source claimed to People that Jennifer Garner even confronted Shukas about the unconfirmed affair in 2015. Lindsay refused to back down or quit the affair, the source alleged. Breakup rumors began to swirl in August 2018 when Ben was spotted with model Shauna Sexton. However, the couple later reconciled in February 2019 before splitting for good a month later, with a source claiming Ben reverting back to his bad habits played a role. Ben was briefly linked to model Shauna Sexton when the pair were spotted getting dinner in Malibu. Shauna posted a photo of Ben on Instagram while the pair were enjoying a getaway in Montana. However, days later, Ben returned to rehab and sources claimed to People that the duo were no longer seeing each other and that the fling was never serious. Shauna later hit back at the trolls, blaming her for Ben's relapse in her Instagram comments. She wrote, "He makes his own decisions. Blaming a 22-year-old for someone's 3rd time in rehab is just ridiculous." Ben briefly dated musician Katy Cherry in 2019. The relationship was first confirmed by US Weekly in October, but Cherry later revealed that they first met online through a dating app called Raya in June. "We FaceTimed for 4 months before we met. It wasn't every day, but it was every once in a while," she told In Touch in 2021. She confirmed that they dated for about 3 months after finally meeting in person in October, but it fizzled out. Ben met Ana de Armas while filming their psychological thriller Deep Water in late 2019. Their romance was confirmed in March 2020 when they were spotted on a romantic getaway in Cuba, a month before Ana made their romance Instagram official. In January 2021, People confirmed the couple split. Anna broke things off due to the media attention that she called horrible. Fresh off of his breakup with Anna, Ben reportedly got back in touch with his ex-fiancée Jennifer Lopez via email while her relationship with Alex Rodriguez was winding down. In May 2021, rumors about a rekindled romance swirled when the couple were spotted together in Montana. Jennifer Lopez confirmed the reconciliation in July 2021 when she posted a photo of her and Ben kissing on Instagram before stepping out of their first red carpet together in 2 decades. However, in May 2024, reports about the couple's marital troubles began to swirl. They started having having issues a few months ago as Jen started ramping up work commitments and prepping for her tour. While the couple has not addressed any rumors, it was reported that Ben has moved out of their shared home and is living in a separate property.
Jennifer Lopez says she'll stay in Ben Affleck's life even after divorce.
I feel like it's the end of a kind of an era for me, and the beginning of a new one.
I don't know how to feel about it either, guys. Exes should stay exes, right? People are saying she's still in love with him and she just can't get over it because he's still hanging out with his other ex, Jennifer Garner.
Jen is a superhero mom. She's an amazing mother.
People are saying J-Lo feels a bit embarrassed. Jennifer Lopez is proving that even after love ends, family ties can endure. Following her surprising separation from Ben Affleck earlier in 2024, Lopez has made it clear that she has no intention of stepping out of his life entirely.
I've always, for better or for worse, have followed my heart.
The superstar who married Ben in a whirlwind 2022 ceremony recently shared that her bond with Ben Affleck's children is too important for her to walk away completely.
How are you getting on blending your beautiful family?
It's going really, really well. I mean, it's amazing.
For J-Lo, family has always been a central part of her identity.
I was very family oriented.
As a mother to twins, Em and Max, with her ex-husband, Mark Anthony, J-Lo has long emphasized the importance of fostering a supportive and loving family dynamic. When she married Ben Affleck, she expanded that commitment to include his 3 children with Jennifer Garner, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel.
Parenting is hard work, but it's so rewarding, and I certainly do my best.
In a recent interview, Lopez reflected on her connection to Ben Affleck's children, calling it a privilege to have played a role in their lives.
I love kids. It's like the biggest blessing in the world is to be able to love somebody like that.
They've been a part of my heart since the moment I met them, Lopez said. Family doesn't go away just because relationships change. J-Lo and Ben's publicized romance captured global attention when they rekindled their early 2000s love story in 2021. Their marriage, which followed a rapid engagement, seemed like the ultimate Hollywood fairy tale until reports surfaced of mounting tension between the two. While the couple has kept the details of their split kind of private, sources close to J-Lo reveal that she's determined to maintain a positive relationship with Ben for the sake of their blended families. Insiders have shared that J-Lo still considers Ben Affleck's children a part of her family and has no plans to distance herself from them even as she moves on from the marriage. This perspective aligns with J-Lo's approach to co-parenting her own children with Mark Anthony, with whom she has managed to maintain a friendly and cooperative relationship over the years. J-Lo's commitment to staying in Affleck's life post-divorce is reflective of her larger philosophy about family and relationships. J-Lo has often spoken about the importance of building meaningful connections that last regardless of the challenges life throws. By staying present in Ben's life, J-Lo is navigating what many might see as a tricky situation with grace. Her willingness to embrace a non-traditional family structure highlights the evolution of modern relationships where love and support aren't limited to traditional definitions of marriage and partnership. Sources close to J-Lo say that she's made it clear to Ben that her involvement isn't about lingering romantic feelings, but rather about honoring the bond she's built with children. She wants them to know they'll always have her love and support, one source shared. While much of the focus has been on J-Lo's intentions, questions remain about how Ben Affleck and his ex-wife, Jennifer Garner, feel about her decision to stay involved. Jen, who has long been celebrated for her down-to-earth parenting style, is reportedly supportive of J-Lo's continued presence in her children's lives. Insiders suggest that Jennifer Garner appreciates J-Lo's efforts to maintain stability for the kids, especially during a time of change. Ben, meanwhile, is said to have a complicated perspective on J-Lo's decision. While he reportedly values her connection with his children, sources indicate that the actor is still adjusting to the post-divorce arrangement. The news of J-Lo's commitment to staying in Ben's life has sparked widespread discussion online, with fans offering mixed reactions. Many have praised her dedication to family and applauded her ability to rise above the drama often associated with high-profile divorces. Others, however, have questioned whether this level of involvement might complicate things for Ben and his family in the long run. Discussions on social media have ranged from admiration for J-Lo's intentions to skepticism about the feasibility of such an arrangement. Jennifer Lopez's decision to remain a part of Ben Affleck's life has sparked conversations about the challenges and potential pitfalls of maintaining close ties with an ex and their family. While J-Lo's intentions seem rooted in love and stability, experts have noted that navigating this kind of relationship requires clear boundaries and mutual understanding among all parties involved. Her experience with co-parenting her twins with Mark Anthony may provide a helpful blueprint. Mark Anthony and J-Lo have successfully created a dynamic that allows them to prioritize their children while maintaining their individual lives. However, blending this approach into Ben's family, which already includes a tight co-parenting relationship with Jennifer Garner, adds another layer of complexity. Like, is J-Lo gonna get them Christmas gifts or no? Ben and Jen Garner's bond as co-parents is well documented, with the two often praised for putting their children first despite their 2018 divorce. Adding J-Lo into the mix, especially now that she and Ben Affleck are no longer together, means navigating a dynamic that could become emotionally fraught if not handled carefully. Despite the challenges, J-Lo appears determined to remain a steady presence in Ben's children's lives. Reports indicate that she has approached the situation thoughtfully, ensuring her involvement remains focused on the children and does not disrupt their routines or relationships with their parents. Her ongoing connection with Ben's family reflects her broader belief in the importance of building meaningful relationships that extend beyond romantic ties. Those close to J-Lo have suggested that her actions stem from a genuine desire to provide stability and support for the children, emphasizing the strong bond she has formed with them. While J-Lo's role no longer carries the formal title of stepmother, her commitment to maintaining these family connections highlights her determination to embrace a more fluid definition of family dynamics. For much of their relationship, J-Lo and Ben were the subjects of public fascination. From their glamorous wedding to their highly publicized disagreements, the couple's every move was dissected by fans and media alike. Now, with their marriage behind them, J-Lo's post-divorce commitment to Ben's family shifts the narrative from romance to resilience. Her decision to stay connected to his children is being seen by many as a sign of emotional maturity and an ability to transcend traditional definitions of family. Critics, however, are skeptical about whether such an arrangement can truly work in the long term. With J-Lo no longer being a stepmother in the formal sense, some argue that her presence could create confusion or tension, especially as Ben and Jennifer Garner navigate co-parenting their teenagers. As the news of J-Lo's post-divorce plans spread, social media was abuzz with a mix of admiration and skepticism. Many fans expressed support for her approach, seeing her commitment to Ben's children as a sign of emotional growth and maturity. Others, however, questioned how Ben and Jennifer Garner might feel about J-Lo's ongoing involvement in their children's lives. Discussions across platforms like Twitter and Instagram highlighted differing opinions on whether such a dynamic could work smoothly in the long term, particularly given the complexities of blended families and shared parenting. The broader conversation also touched on evolving definitions of family, with some observers pointing to J-Lo's actions as an example of how relationships can extend beyond traditional boundaries, even after romantic ties have ended. As Jennifer Lopez navigates this new chapter of her life, her focus remains on the relationships she's built, not the ones she's leaving behind. Whether or not her decision to stay connected to Ben's family creates challenges down the road, her commitment to love and support is unwavering. For J-Lo, this is probably about setting an example for her own twins. By prioritizing family ties over personal differences, she's demonstrating a level of emotional resilience and adaptability that resonates with fans and sets her apart in the often turbulent world of celebrity relationships.